$100,000 off the asking price, plus an only 5% deposit structure, along with gorgeous and private rooftop patios. Those are three of the main reasons I wanted to check out this brand new presale called York. Built by a local developer called Listraor, York is a collection of 3-bedroom townhomes built right by Queen Elizabeth Park in Vancouver. This looks to be a pretty exciting project that is definitely targeted towards growing families who really enjoy both city and nature and, of course, a brand new home. Hi, this is Dan, your Vancouver pre-sale specialist. I showcase brand new pre-sales on this channel where I separate the good from the bad, share which locations have the best amenities, determine which floor plans work and which ones to avoid, and most importantly, seeing if their asking prices are even worth it and what incentives I can get for you. There are a lot of pre-sale options out there for you, and it can be very time consuming and exhausting trying to figure out which ones are the best and which ones to avoid. Well, luckily, I'm here to do that work for you. So I'm gonna give you all the inside details on this project this week, and at the end, give you my 5 top reasons why you would consider buying this, the 5 top reasons why you would consider not buying it, and the project's overall score out of 10. Now let's have a look at this week's project known as York. So York is a collection of 29 3-bedroom park-facing townhomes located at Willow and 37th. The brochure notes that it is steps from quaint park paths and minutes from bustling South Cambie streets, that these family homes merge both nature and city into one. York's unique architecture and purposeful floor plans create form and function, while private rooftop decks and a central community courtyard offer dedicated outdoor spaces parallel to the park, separated only by a tree-lined street. Sounds pretty catchy. I'm definitely curious and want to learn some more here. I'll also point out that one of the benefits of this project is that they've got individual ground level direct entry, and of course the private rooftop decks that will have some mountain views. When it comes to the ideal buyer for this project, we're definitely talking about families, maybe 1, 2, or 3 kids, or future kids in the works. Working from home could definitely be an option here, as you've got the 3 bedrooms. Converting one to an office is very likely for some of the people that are going to live here. And with its fairly central location, I mean, if you're working downtown, 15-minute drive. If you need to go down to the airport or anywhere in Richmond, you're looking at about 20 minutes. So a very, very manageable commute. Exploring its exact location a bit more here and the amenities around it, these townhomes are located in Vancouver West in the Cambie area, specifically right on 37th at Willow Street. When we look around, we'll see its proximity to Queen Elizabeth Park is very attractive. It's also within walking distance to the Van Dusen Botanical Gardens, plus BC Children's Hospital is just a couple blocks away. And most importantly here, keep in mind that the massive Oak Ridge development that's underway is also within walking distance. And so you can get all the benefits that the Oak Ridge Mall is going to be delivering to the residents there. Of course, all the massive food options and the incredible shopping. For the sports enthusiasts, it's fairly close to the Nat Bailey Stadium as well as the Hillcrest Aquatic Center. When it comes to education, you have 8 schools within either a short walk or a short drive, varying from, of course, elementary school all the way up to colleges, including Dr. Annie B. Jameson Elementary, Eric Hamber Secondary, Vancouver College, and Langara College. Now let's take a look at what you get inside these beautiful townhomes. There are essentially 3 different plans here. They range from about 1,480 square feet up to 664 square feet. As mentioned earlier, these are all 3-bedroom options. They don't have 2s or 4s, so 3 is the magic number here. And when it comes to the feature list, as you can see, the features are immense, but there are a few that definitely stood out to me, including the beautiful flooring, which is an engineered wide plank hardwood. And when it comes to your closets, so many pre-sales, you'll take possession and basically your closet is empty, maybe a bit of wireframe. Well, these ones are complete with built-in shelving organizers, a definite plus. And of course, when it comes to the kitchen, look at this, white oak cabinetry. They both look and feel amazing. Sticking with our kitchen now, the premium Bosch appliance package will definitely suit all your cooking needs. It is on the higher end and is really nice for all the chefs out there. I also like the lower level mudroom idea here. This is accessed from your parkade. So when you drive into the parking, you can access your home directly and you go through a mudroom. Perfect for those wet days or maybe just from taking kids to the park. And lastly, of course, it is both heated and cooled by heat pump. So you'll have perfect temperatures all year long, especially on those hot summer days. You can cool your house down with heat pump. Also super energy efficient and a great option to see them including in these homes. Let's take a close look at the floor plan options for you now. This is the site plan for the York development. As you can see by the properties indicated in the beige, this is the phase that's being released right now with a future release over here to the north side. To get your proximity, we've got West 37th to the north, 38th to the south, and of course it borders along Willow Street. There are essentially two floor plans to pick from. There's the A plan, which faces south, which are the wide ones, my personal favorite. And then you've got B and C, which are essentially the same, they're just flipped. And these are a little bit more narrow and have a slightly smaller square footage as well. So let's dive into it and get a good idea as to what these floor plans look like and what they offer. The south-facing A plan, let's start from the very bottom where you've got your parkade level. Good chance you'll be parking right at or very close to your spot, and you've got a private entry right into your basement level, which includes all your mechanical, like your furnace and your hot water tank, but has a really nice mudroom here. So this, you know, you're coming home from a wet day at the park with the kids or whatnot, you can kick off the boots down here. There is an option to have a built-in storage unit there too. Moving up to the main level now, you'll notice there are two entries. You can enter off your patio or by the courtyard section. And this is again, the wider plan. So you'll notice the main difference with this wider plan, you get the big C-shaped kitchen here, wide enough for 4 bar stools to be posted up. You got your powder room just off to the corner there. Good placement for that. Dining for around 6, and then a good size living area. I really like this plan, and of course the outdoor patio space will, I think, get a lot of use here too. That will be your south-facing patio. Moving up to the second floor, you'll notice we've got 2 satellite bedrooms here at each end of the building, separated by a bathroom, so good for sound separation. There's actually a flex room on this level as well. It won't have any windows, so might end up being used for storage, possibly an office, but again, you'd probably want some natural light in there. Could be good for maybe a kid's playroom, Lego room, that kind of thing. They do have laundry, washer dryer on this level, which I love. I love having laundry on the bedroom level so you don't have to hoof it up or down a bunch of stairs. Either way, let's move up and have a look at the upper level, which, as you can tell here, this is the primary bedroom. It gets an entire floor to itself, where you can see this is a king size bed example, lots of room around it, so a good size here. Walk-through closet, ideally that'll be enough storage for all the clothes. And then you've got a 4-piece ensuite. Good to know that this ensuite only has a shower, so if you like tubs like I do, or baths, you'll want to go down to the second floor to access that bathroom. But back to the back to the upper floor now. Good little chunk of space here for a den, aka you could have a little work from home office set up there too. Last but not least, the A plan, once you go up one more level, you access your rooftop deck. So this will have almost 360-degree views somewhat. You know, they're going to be semi-restricted to your neighbor, but you also get that important north-south, and we'll get a bit of mountain view there. It does look large enough to probably put up a table and some chairs, and of course maybe a barbecue. Not sure if hot tubs are allowed, but we can inquire if that's something you are interested in as well. So total, this is about 1,600 square feet with an additional 65 square feet exterior. So you're almost 2,065 of total livable space on this property. Really nice floor plan, really nice layout. It is important to notice that if you're coming home and you're going all the way up to the rooftop deck, you are working with 4 flights of stairs. Also, taking food from the main to the roof is, again, 3 flights of stairs. Maybe that's a lot for some, maybe it's not. Either way, something to consider with this plan. But overall, I think it's beautiful. It's going to get a lot of light and really, really good use of space. Moving over to the B plan now, which again is the same as the C plan. Those two are just flipped. This also features your lower level access from the parkade, which features your mechanical and the mudroom. Super smart again. Now, from there, you go up to your main level. Similar to the A plan, this does have entry from both the front and the back of the property. So you've got courtyard and sort of street level access, or laneway if you're coming in on the C plan. This, as you'll notice, has a different kitchen configuration. So you get the L instead of the C, though they have added in the island for the extra space here. Dining for 6 again, and a little bit of a smaller living room. Obviously, it's the width here that is the main difference. So I hope this doesn't feel too tight, but it might if you've had a chance to go through the A plan. Either way, they've done a great job with the space they do have. powder room off in the corner that's well placed again, and patio here will get a good amount of use in the summer, I would think. Moving up to that second level, very similar configuration here too. Bedrooms at either end, bathroom separating them in the middle. You will notice here, of course, the difference is with the location of the flex space. Again, I don't believe there's any windows in there, so a dark, probably storage unit type thing. This one also washer dryer on this level. Similar to the A plan as well, once you go to the upper level, you have your full floor primary. It's got a nice walk-in closet, again, the 4-piece with the shower. And this one though, that is different, of course, with the B and C plan compared to the A plan, is you have a big outdoor deck on the upper level, just off your primary bedroom. So this plan, the B and C do not have the rooftop patio, but they do ultimately have a combined 285 square feet of outdoor space. So a good amount. Interior, less as well, about 1,480 compared to the 1,600. So all in for this one, you're looking at about, what, 1,765 kind of thing. Still a nice size, definitely works for a family of 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5. And the outdoor space, I think, will get used, almost year round, if you will, because there is so much of it. Do note for placement in the bottom corner here, these A plans again are the ones that are south facing. You can see that here. When we move over to the B plan, those are the ones that face to the east, which is Willow Street. And then the C plan faces to the west, which is the lane there. These might be a little bit quieter because of the traffic that you get on Willow, but Willow's not that busy in this area. So I think either one are pretty good choices, again, with the south facing being my personal favorite.
All right, I am on site now for the York project right at the corner of Willow and 38th. It is quite a nice looking project. Construction is already underway, and I'm going to point out a couple of the key and important factors of this location. As mentioned, we're right on the corner of Willow and 38th, a nice tree-lined street full of detached homes and row homes. And right here behind me is the site for York. As you can tell, they are well underway. Construction has begun, foundation is laid, they're already at grade. And directly across the street, you have a secondary school. So for those with kids that want to attend the school, could not be an easier commute. Here we are going along Willow, where you will see again, beautiful greenery, lots of trees, lots of grass, and this is the project. So you can see it goes from 38th up to 37th. We are facing north here. You will get some pretty good views from those rooftop decks. As you can tell, basically everything around here is maybe 2 to 3 stories max. Here we are looking south. And when you want to talk about proximity, have a look at where the big Oak Ridge development is. It's right there. You're about a 6-minute walk away. Super easy to get there and do some of your shopping, have some food at all the amazing restaurants, etc. So location-wise, this one is quite nice. Really quiet streets and a beautiful green kind of lush area. I am now here at the York Presentation Gallery and Showroom. Let's go on in and have a look. So this is another one of the developers' projects called Bowden, and they've got a show suite that's very similar to the B and the C plans for York. So I'm going to give you a walkthrough of this today. So very similar layout, where you've got your powder just off the door, to the left. Now, of course, this kitchen is different in the B and C, but you get an idea of the finishings. Dining area flows nicely into the living, and of course this is your secondary entrance and patio space. Downstairs is your entrance from the parkade, mechanical room, and the mud room. This one's also being used as an office. It could be a mud room, and then again, talking about private access to your parking. Arcade right here. Super easy. Second level now, just like the B and C plans, you've got your bedrooms at either end, separated by the bathroom, as well as that extra storage space, flex space. And here is the other bedroom. Walk-in closet. King size bed here for reference. You can see how much space is around it. Bathroom's a little bit different on this plan, as they'll have the large walk-in shower, no tub, but the double vanity. And then there's that great outdoor space as well, right off the primary.
Now, what about prices? Well, I've just come from that showroom and do have the official price guide for you. Let's have a look at the numbers. The smaller B and C plans are starting at $2,900,000. Now, when we break that down per foot, you're looking at about $1,350 per foot. And when we look at the larger A plan, those start at $2,350,900, and that equates to $1,469 a foot. These are clearly premium prices for a premium product. Now, there is a current incentive going on, and it's $100,000 off these prices. So that brings the per foot down a bit. The B's and C's would now cost about $1,280 per foot, and the larger A plan at about $1,405 per foot. So again, still a very high premium price, but again, the product is nicer than what is around. And don't forget, because this doesn't complete until 2025, we are also talking about 2025 prices somewhat too. There is a secondary incentive where they will remove the carpet and put in that engineered hardwood throughout. So that would mean along the stairs and the two upper levels, the bedroom levels. Most people would likely go for that, but for those that like carpet, it comes at no cost. There might be some other negotiations there on price if you keep the carpet in place. All homes do come with one parking stall, and you can buy a second one for $65,000. There is also bike storage available. Maintenance fees are at 33 cents per foot to start, and that would equate to about $500 per month on average for these units. Now, even with those prices, there are some incentives available to you. That includes $100,000 off the asking price, so a pretty big number there, plus an only 5% down payment required up until completion. Both of these are limited time offerings, so if either of these interest you or you're liking what you're seeing with this project, just get a hold of me at the Calendly link below. Definitely know that yes, while it's only 5% down to hold this home for you, there will be, of course, the minimum 20% down required at completion. Also, when it comes to financing, we can get you pre-approved in advance. That not only holds your rate, protecting it from any upside, but also will hold the value of the home so that it is guaranteed to appraise at completion no matter what the market has done. So it can definitely protect you there. And again, happy to get more into this. If you're interested in the project, just get a hold of me below. Now, if you're wondering, what is the best unit to get into this project? Well, no question, it is the A plan. The A plan units are the ones that are south facing. Yes, they are larger, but they have that wider format that I like so much that I think is going to really, really pay dividends in the long run. And most importantly, of course, you get that rooftop deck. Yes, this all does come with a premium price, but will be well worth the extra space and of course those amazing dinners and drinks you'll be having on that rooftop patio. Taking a quick look at the developer now, because it's very important that when you're buying into a project that the developer is a reputable one and it's not maybe their first time ever coming to market with a project, or maybe they've only ever done detached and now they're building a 300 unit tower. Those can come with extra risks. So I wanted to just give you guys a bit of insight into who this developer is and of course what their track record is like. So their name is Listraor and they are a local company here. They're Vancouver based and family based. And one of the things that I like the most, they have an in-house construction team. And why is that important? Well, it's of course because they can manage their costs more and they don't have to get stung if, let's say, the construction teams out there that are typically available aren't, and they have to overpay, et cetera, et cetera. So in-house construction, always something we'd love to see with developers. Now they have about a 3-decade track record of experience, and they've been building family-focused townhomes pretty much the entire duration of their existence. They have built 407 townhomes to date. So really, really strong track record there. Some of their recent projects include Bowden, Oak and Aston. And those are all within the last 3-4 years here. And they're all mostly built in that same area, both South Canby and the Oak Ridge area. So they really know the area, they really know the product. Townhomes are clearly their like bread and butter. So I love that they're focused on that type of home. This upcoming project, York, is exactly what they are good at. So the developer history definitely gets a thumbs up for me for this project. Now, the big question, is the York project worth their pricing? Well, let's talk about first maybe the 5 reasons why you wouldn't consider this project. I would say number 1 is a bit of the inhibitive price point. It is a premium. You are looking at about 17% more than what's around it right now. But again, you do get the premium product, you get the rooftop balconies if you're going for the A plan, and you get a higher level of construction, and you get a brand new home. So again, a bit of tit for tat, if you will, but it is a bit cost prohibitive. Second, you might want to consider how far it is to go from your mudroom up to your rooftop. 4 flights of stairs there might be too many for some. The primary bedroom only having a shower, some might prefer the tub. And while there are decent options for food somewhat nearby and walkable, most of the time you're probably getting in your car for your groceries and your dining options. So, you know, if some people prefer just straight walkability, you might need to look elsewhere. The B and C plan may feel a bit tight for some people, a bit narrow as it's only 14 feet wide. Keep in mind the A plan is only about 2 feet wider, but if you prefer more of a square plan, again, you'd have to look somewhere else. On the flip side, of course, we have the top 5 reasons to buy this plan. Number 1, I would say absolutely is the location. It really is a beautiful neighborhood and great for families, great for walking around, great for enjoying nature, and yet you're so connected to the city and of course all the schools that are right beside you. Number 2 would be, of course, the quality. This is a premium product. It feels nice, it looks nice, and it'll sustain its value for years to come. Number 3 would be, of course, that glorious rooftop patio area. Pretty unique for the neighborhood, great views up there, and something that you would use probably at least 4 months out of the year here in Vancouver, and would be fantastic days and nights up there. Number 4 would be the in-house construction. Fantastic to have a team that they already know and trust. You're gonna have a high quality product and you're gonna likely be completed on time. And lastly, the schools within the vicinity is another great reason to wanna live here at York. Overall, I would give this a score of 8 out of 10. Quite a few reasons to like this one, more than there are not to. I think it's obviously worth a further look, and if there's something that you're curious about seeing or checking out the showroom, just let me know. And that is the York project. So if you like what you see, get a hold of me. Let's get you in early. Let's take advantage of the current incentives and get you, of course, the best units there. And this is all before they release their next phase, which will all be guaranteed to have a higher price point. Thanks for watching. My name is Dan. I am your Vancouver pre-sale specialist, here to keep you informed and get you the best deals and the best units in any pre-sale project.